Hello everyone, my name is Vinny Sethi. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we are going to talk about Sikotowsky paradox, and we will also see Sikotowsky double criterion of welfare. We have already discussed about Kaldor-Hicks compensation criterion. According to Kaldor-Hicks, if any change make some people better off but other worse off, in such a situation, if those who gain from change will compensate to loser but still be better off, then we can say this change will improve overall welfare of society. According to Kaldor-Hicks compensation criterion, if any change make some people better off but other worse off, in such a situation, if those who gain from change will compensate to loser but still be better off, then we can say this change will improve overall welfare of society. For example, businessmen open factory and earn 5 lakh rupees, but factory is cause of environmental pollution. That's why people bear loss equal to 3 lakh rupees. If businessman will give 3 lakh rupees to people in order to compensate their loss, still he can earn 2 lakh rupees. So here you can see, if those who gain from change will compensate to loser, still be better off as compared to earlier, then we can say that this change will improve overall welfare of society. Same thing we understand with the help of diagram. On x-axis we have utility of A. A is businessman who open factory. On y-axis we have utility of B. B are people who suffered from loss due to factory. Initial equilibrium point C, where utility of B is OB and utility of A is OA. Now suppose businessman open factory, as a result we move from C to D point. At D point you can see utility of B reduce but utility of A increase. So A will compensate to B. That's why we can say that this D point is better than C, because this D point improve overall welfare of society. So according to Kaldor-Hicks compensation criterion, this D point is better than C because those who gain from change compensate to loser but still be better off. That's why we can say that this D point is better than this C point. So according to Kaldor-Hicks compensation criterion, D is better than C. Now main problem will arise when Sikotowsky said reverse is also correct. According to Sikotowsky, not only D is better than C, C is also better than D, means reverse is also correct according to Sikotowsky. But how? Suppose our initial equilibrium point is D, where businessmen opened factory and due to factory people suffered from loss. Now people, those who suffered from loss, are ready to compensate businessmen. They said to businessman, we will give you some amount of money, please don't open your factory here. And businessman accepted this offer. As a result, we move from D to C point. Now we will say C is better than D point because C is also improve overall social welfare. Sikotowsky arise main question, how can you say at same time D is better than C and C is also better than D? This is logically contradiction, and this logical contradiction will be called Sikotowsky paradox. Now we will see Sikotowsky double criterion. In order to solve Sikotowsky paradox, Sikotowsky gave a double criterion in which he talk about two type of test. First, Kaldor-Hicks test must be passed. Second, reversal test must be failed. Kaldor-Hicks test must be passed. That means those who gain from a change will compensate to loser and still be better off. If all these conditions are satisfied, that means Kaldor-Hicks test is passed. Reversal test must be failed. That means loser should not able to give bribe to gainer. Reversal test must be failed. That means loser should not able to give bribe to gainer. Or you can say that people, those who suffer from factory, should not able to offer money to factory owner. Please don't open your factory here, we will compensate your loss. If they try to give bribe to factory owner, then factory owner should not accept their offer. If factory owner will not accept their offer, then obviously our reversal test will fail. So these two tests will satisfy according to Sikotowski double criterion. Now we understand Sikotowski double criterion with the help of a diagram. On x-axis we have utility of A, y-axis we have utility of B. Initial point is Q, where OA is utility of A and OB is the utility of B. Due to change, we move from Q to G point, where utility of A reduce but utility of B increase. That's why B will compensate to A. As a result, we will reach at this R point. Here you can see utility of both has increased as compared to Q point. As compared to Q point, at this R point, utility of both has increased. This much increase in utility of A and this much increase in utility of B. That's why this G point is better than this Q point. Because of this G point, we are able to achieve this R point. Now, that's why we can say that this G point is better than Q point. If we are saying G point is better than Q point, that means our Kaldor-Hicks criterion, or you can say Kaldor-Hicks criterion test is passed. So our Kaldor-Hicks test is passed. That means the first condition of a Sikotowski double criterion is satisfied. Now we have to satisfy second condition. That means now we have to see reversal test must be fail. Reversal test must be fail. That means we should not able to move from G to Q point, or you can say that we should not able to come back again from this G to Q point. And this is only possible if loser are not able to compensate to gainer. If they are try to give bribe to gainer or able to compensate gainer, but gainer should not accept this offer. If gainer will not accept their offer, then obviously we will not able to move from G to Q point. If we are not able to move from G to Q point, then obviously our reversal test will be fail. That means second condition also satisfied. So this is all about today's video. I think you got it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye, take care.